Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today we're going to be doing 12 lessons learned in the 12 months of 2022. If there's a bit of an echo, I'm in one of the rooms that is normally almost close to empty because we don't stay here most of the times and it's very hot. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and give you guys some of the lessons that I've learned this year. I have everything written down here. All right, so lesson number 1 that I learned: respect money. That has to be my first lesson. Lesson number 1 had to be respect money. If you disrespect money, money will disrespect you back properly. That's what I learned. So this year is the first time I think I was in a consistent employment setup. I have been employed before. I'm very young with you guys. I've been employed before, but it has never been consistent. For this year, so better part of this year, the entire year, I've actually been working in an employment setup. I was at a call center, as you guys know. I have never mentioned this before, but I actually left. I left in November, end of November. But that's a story for another day. So I was able to get, I was in a position where I was getting a paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. But guys, somewhere before I quit, I went ahead and looked at my statement and my bank account and the money that was flowing. This is a very honest conversation, by the way, guys. And I was shocked. So much money was flowing through my hands, but I had nothing. By the time I was leaving, I had not saved enough. I had not done anything that was of importance. I felt so bad. By the way, I was telling my family, I actually cried. And I didn't cry because so now that money is lost. No, I cried because I felt like, why did I allow myself? You're not paying major bills. I don't have school fees. I don't have what. But the year ended and I didn't have anything to show for it, So, but that was a lesson learned. I saw that there was something I used to do. I am not a spendthrift, guys. I don't spend much. But there was this habit of buying this. I really need to give myself something small. I mean, I worked hard this month, get myself this. Hey, got myself that, get myself. Cumulatively, I spent so much money in nothing tangible. So I felt like that was a way of me disrespecting money. The way it left, and I couldn't, when you ask where did your money go, I have no idea. That's because, in my opinion, that is just me. I disrespected money and it disrespected me back. Lesson number 2 has to be faithful with little. That's how I titled it here. So faithful with little. Basically what I mean is, so many times we think about, I want to get this house, I want to get that, I want to get this, I want to have much more than what I have. But constantly I always ask myself, with what I have right now, and number 1 thing that was always coming to my mind was my YouTube channel, was constantly, with the amount of subscribers you have now, how faithful are you with them? Gosh, I haven't been. To be honest, I haven't been. And that has been one big lesson that I learned this year. If you're not faithful with little, you can't be trusted with much. It's that simple. I actually even quoted down here, Luke 16:10. The Bible talks about, he who is faithful in what is little will be faithful with much. So basically, if you cannot be trusted with 100 subscribers to give them content consistently, how much more with 10,000 subscribers to give them content consistently? When much is given to you, much more is expected, right? So if with the little you're still not bringing out enough, who wants to give you more? Including even God. Like, as in, I gave you this and you're not responsible with it, you're not faithful with it. Why do you want me to give you this? So I learned to be faithful with the little I have in everything in my life. And I want to take that with me to next year. So I don't want to give excuses at but this is a little, but this is what. If I was in a bigger house, if I was in a what house, if I did have this, if I did have that, I'd have managed to do this. Now, when we're talking about now, this is what you have. How faithful are you with it? That's lesson number 2. Lesson number 3, self-love. And this is not self-love, tunapenda kushautia, hey, take yourself out. No, I got a better understanding of what self-love is. And to me, it came with how I constantly bash myself when I do something wrong. Let me give you an example. I'm one of those people who will talk myself down seriously when I've done something wrong. And it's something that I've learned this year that honestly, that is the worst thing you can do to yourself. You see the way you would forgive somebody else because they made a mistake? If you do the same, why are you finding it difficult to forgive yourself? Why is it that you're beating up yourself? If I had said this, probably it wouldn't have gone this way. Fine, you have learned. Move past it. That's what I've learned. Lesson number 4, skill beats talent. Lesson number 4, I learned this year. Just by looking at people, you might find somebody who has posted. I'm going to use social media so much as an example because I love content creation and it's the space that I'm in. So you might find somebody who has posted something. Let's say they're singing. They're extremely good at singing and they're doing a good job and they have put 2 clips together and it looks so nice, their voices are nice. That's a talent they have, they can sing. You'll find somebody else who has put a better skill set to it, probably nice graphics and the editing is superb and it's content. You find that this person who has a nice voice probably gets to, and this is not about numbers guys, I just hope we see past it. You get something like 20k views, and then this other person who has put in some major graphics and it's entertaining and you're interested to know how did you do that, how did you jump into the water and sing out of the water, such things, gets around 100,000 views. Why is that? Doesn't mean that this person is not talented, but this person is not skilled in the space that they're trying to penetrate. You're not skilled in that space. So I have learned that for you to be able to penetrate any market that you want to go through, you have to have the skill set. Talent is not enough. The other thing that I've learned is create memories. This sounds so simplistic. I know we've had this so many times. Create memories with your loved ones, but actually create memories. You see how every year you see people posting like, thank you for the happiest year of my life. And then they're posting so many things that they did. I was interested to know. At first I was like, people really do this much? But come to think about it, if you have 6 of those things, you will look back and enjoy these memories. You will look back and say, wow, I actually was so happy doing that. I actually had such an amazing time with my friends doing this and that. So this year I've learned I want to create memories. I have tried this year much more than I have done before, but I want to become better at creating memories. Taking out your phone to take a photo of something is not weird. Photos are a way of you looking back to relive that moment, if I'm making any sense. The other one, avoid toxicity. Avoid toxicity. I have learned this, and this is not in the sense of relationships and everything. I know most people are like, this guy was toxic, this lady was toxic, but this is toxicity in every aspect of your life. Toxicity in an environment, especially an environment. The environment you put yourself in determines so much of how you express yourself, who you are, determines so much of how you relate and interact with people even outside of that environment. So just avoid toxicity. That is very self-explanatory. Just look, it when you can sense it in your heart. You can sense when something is just, this is toxic, this is just not right. Avoid toxicity. Next lesson, you're probably overthinking it. Me and overthinking before, because I'm changing, right? Me and overthinking, you will magnify an issue a little too much. Do not overthink it. The Bible says in Luke 12:25 says this: which of you by worrying can add a cubit to their stature? Like, can you even add an inch to your own height? Why are you overthinking it? Why are you worrying about it? If it is beyond you, it is beyond you. What you cannot do, leave it to God. I mean, why are you overthinking it? Massive lesson I learned this year. Do not overthink it. Lesson number 8. Make genuine friendships. Create genuine friendships. I think one thing about me personally as Joy, I have struggled ever since I was young to have friendships. Like, I have had so many seasonal friends in my life, and this is very honest. People come into my life for a period of time and then they leave. And I even had to sit down with myself and ask myself, like, is it a me problem? Or is it a them problem? Or is it, what is it? Like, what am I not getting right, since every person comes and then they leave? One thing that I learned seriously this year is the only way to create genuine friendships is to be a genuine friend. And I'll leave it at that. If you want to create genuine friendships, be a genuine friend. That's all. Next lesson, number 9. Closed mouths don't get fed. This, I heard it the first time from just everyone was like, what? Just Ivy, Africa. I was like, wow. And I unpacked that statement. Closed mouths don't get fed. Look at yourself when you're getting a job. You're trying to get a job and you're in an interview room. You will have to use your mouth to convince them why you want this job, right? Now, on the flip side of it, if you're probably an entrepreneur, you're working with a business, you're trying to build a business, and who knows you unless you open your mouth to speak up? Now, further from that, I thought about it even in this sense. When I am having a conversation with God and I'm praying about something, let's say, I will not just think it in my brain and desire it in my heart. I will open my mouth and speak to Him concerning the deepest concerns of my heart. And therein, you get fed. Fed with His word. You get fed with His purpose for your life. You get fed. Use your mouth. Nobody knows you until you want to get known. And the only way is to put yourself out there. This is not only even with your mouth, even with your skills. If you do not want to post that video, no one will ever know you exist. Honestly, no one will. You're not famous. You're probably not born into a famous family. You don't have all that. Put yourself out there. It's worrying, it's scary, it's what if I say the wrong thing? But you said it. What's the worst that can happen? No. People will just tell you, no, that's the worst. What will you do? You'll go back, make your meal, eat, and have a nice day. So basically, all I believe she was trying to put out there is put yourself out there. Whether it is with your skill, whether it is with whatever it is, put yourself out there. Lesson number 10 is no one is coming. Literally, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to make you feel better. No one is coming to give you a pep talk. No one is coming to give you the ideas. No one is coming. No one. And I learned this in the hardest way possible. There was a time this year I was at a serious low. And it's because I was just overthinking so many situations. Trust me, everything of mine stopped. Be it content, be it my own personal and spiritual life, everything stopped. And I did hear a knock on the door. Okay, Joy, you really need to come. Yo, you have to drag yourself. You have to drag yourself out of that mess. Fine, I do understand it gets to a point where you need help from somebody. You need to talk to people. But who will do that? You have to leave to go and get it. You have to. So no one is coming. No one is coming to save you. You need to get up and own your own life. That's what I learned. Joy, get up, own your life, and move. That's what I learned. Lesson number 11, you are capable. You are capable of doing so much. You are capable of doing so much. I have no idea how I survived a call center job for nearly this entire year. I have no idea. I don't like struggles, but guys, I am fully convinced there's nothing I can do. If you know anyone who has ever worked at a call center, just ask them how crazy it can get. You're capable. To me, that gave me that lesson that there's nothing that I set my mind to that I'm not going to be able to achieve it. I'm capable of doing so much. I think it's Genesis 1:11 or 11:1. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it in the screen if I find it. Yeah, so you are capable of doing anything you set your mind to. And finally, to the last lesson, a heart of gratitude. Always have a heart of gratitude. Learn to be thankful for the little, for the much, for life, for everything. I have learned the art of gratitude because you are not deserving of everything you have or rather you are not even deserving of anything you have. Just a heart of gratitude for everything and anything. And that's about it, guys. Those are the 12 lessons I have learned this year. If you have any of your lessons, kindly do leave them in the comment section below and let's interact. I'm more than happy to check out. It excites me to just read your comments, guys. It makes me so happy. So go ahead and leave your comments down below, and we're gonna go ahead and interact in the comment section. So if you haven't subscribed as well, please do subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up if at any given point you loved this. And I'm gonna see you in the next video, right? Yeah. So by the time this is going up, probably will be close to Christmas. So have yourselves a merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. So until the next one, guys, keep growing. Bye.